Hopefully that fixed the audio issue. Woo. It's hot and humid here. That's why you hydrate.
Jumbo, everyone.
Jumbo.
Jumbo supply. In order to keep the wait time to a minimum, we ask that you keep your group together, keep up with the party party, and fill in all the available space. It is not necessary to form a single file line. If you are traveling with a stroller, please have children invaluable unloaded before you reach our stroller parking area. If you are traveling with someone in a scooter or wheelchair, please have this person lead your child through the line. This will help you your way time to a minute. Keep up with the party in front of you and fill up all.
Hey, Mandy. Happy Disney Sunday. Alright, I think that resolved the audio issue we were having. Like stalking us over here. Since we're having to restart the stream, welcome to ReamerStreamer. We are here at Animal Kingdom doing an all-day stream. The earlier stream we had just gotten off Avatar, Flight of Passage, and we've hustled over to the Kilimanjaro Safari ride. Now we're just kind of in line waiting to take the tour of the African safari. We'll take a moment, and if you like the stream, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel so that you get notified when I go live again. And make sure you check out the social media platforms. We post different polls either on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, the X account. We use them all periodically just to reach out to more people if you only have one or another. And we want to make this a fun, interactive experience, so that's why we're here at the safari ride. Of course, I should ask now, what ride would you want to see next? It's Everest. I think the Cali River rides, double check, but last time I looked. It was temporary down.
Once again, keep your group together, keep up with the party in front of you, and fill in all the available space. Thank you for touring with Phil and John. When it comes to safaris, we go wide.
And also, another reason you want to join the social media pages, you'll get to see, I try to take at least one professional photo each day I go. You'll see fun things like me acting like a lion. That's good. So the other rides we can do today, Expedition Everest. We'll definitely go to Feathers and Flight. It starts at 10:30. We might not make that, but we'll see how fast. Well, about 40 minutes, we probably won't get through this ride before then. We'll hit up Festival of the Lion King. And we'll do the Finding Nemo. All those are shows. We'll hit those up so you can see the amazing, awesome shows. Yeah, Lion Brine is good. I've been practicing watching Lucia from The Wiggles. Which is my son's favorite Wiggle. Mandy, the way you can get professional photos, you can either purchase a pass to have the photos taken. You can add them to your Disney account and then just download them from the app, or you can get the photos, add it to your pass for the day, and then at the end you can go to their photo booth and then pick out the ones you either want printed off or get digital copies of them. I find it, depending on how often you come, that's not super expensive to get the passes just to have them, and then you get all the pictures that are taken. The key there is you just want to look for the cast members in all green. Obviously they have pretty massive cameras attached to them too, but you want to check out those cast members in all green, and they'll set you up and take your picture. For example, in front of the Tree of Life, we'll show you that today. Hard to miss here at Animal Kingdom, but there's plenty of cast members that take your picture there. And then honestly, throughout the park, they're everywhere. So the one I just showed you is from before I entered the park. YouTube. Yeah, it's live on YouTube.
Except for George.
You already did.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, 2 followers in their turn.
That was me 2 weeks ago. So
Fine, but if you were here for multiple days, no way, did not happen.
yeah, pretty much.
Jumbo, everyone, and welcome to Kilimanjaro Safari. In order to keep your wait time to a minimum, we ask that you please keep your groups together. Keep up with the party in front of you and fill in all the available space. It is not necessary to form.
Mandy, you do not have to have an annual pass to get the photos. You can get a daily pass, or you can purchase the photos separately. I can tell you, I do have an annual pass, obviously. And for me, it was $100 for the entire year just to get the photo pass. So it's really not that expensive when you start looking. I probably get, let's say, 7 photos every day. Because every time you go to a professional photo person, they always they allow you to do different poses. They probably take, like I said, 6 or 7 pictures each time. So let's just say I go to 300 times this year. We'll just conservatively say 6 photos. So if I got 6 photos a day for even just 300 days, for not going every single day, that would equal about 5 cents, 5.5 cents per photo. It's a pretty good deal. I can go double check the prices of the daily passes. Probably not, well, definitely not as expensive, but I can see how expensive those are for if you're planning a shorter trip, 3 or 5 day trip.
Keep up with the party and fill in all the available space. It is not necessary to form a single file line. If you are traveling with a stroller, please have children and valuables unloaded before you reach our stroller parking area. If you are traveling with someone in a scooter or wheelchair, please have this person lead your party through the line.
You get a glimpse through the trees of the safari ride. You can get one going by. I hear one going by now, but I won't be able to see it through the brush. But you'll see it as we jump on it. Again, if you like the comment, make sure you like the video, comment on it, let me know how you're liking it and what you like or dislike, and then subscribe to the channel.
The lion is colored like the yellow grass where they hide to plant. Now crocodiles look like submerged rocks at the water's edge. Even the giraffe is patterned like shadows that fall under the trees where they browse for leaves. If you see an animal, help others around you by pointing it out to them. But remember, shouting or making loud noises will distract and disturb them, so try to speak softly. Most importantly, please keep your eyes on your children. And for your own safety, remain in your seat at all times and keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the vehicle. Our trucks do not start very often, and the road can be quite rough and bumpy with heavy brush on both sides. This can also make photography difficult, so you may want to take your pictures when your truck is moving slowly or stopped.
That is for sure accurate. This is a very bumpy ride, so when we're on it, I will do my best to keep it stable. But expect a bumpy
As you pass by the soccer river near the Animal Reserve, you may notice some of our more adventurous guests exploring the park on foot. This is just one part of Haname's Wild Africa trip, a privately guided 3-hour bushwalk through the Safi River Valley that gets you even closer to the animals in their natural habitats. Halfway through the trip, a safari lunch is served here in this Burma. Space on the trip is limited, so be certain to book your adventure in advance.
Still Navi longer than the flight?
As the sun sets and the savannah grows dark, the Hanami Wildlife Reserve becomes a whole new world with many new things to see and even more new things to hear.
What? Tomatoes?
A nighttime safari is very different. one of the largest and most beautiful animal farms you will visit anywhere. Our mission is to conserve and protect the small part of the great savannas of Africa, and of course, to share it with you. Today, Kilimanjaro Safaris will take you on a journey into the heart of the reserve to see some of the many remarkable animals that call the savannah home. Seeing animals in their natural habitat can be one of the most rewarding and memorable experiences of your life. But to see animals in their natural surroundings, you must be alert and keep your eyes open. It could be anywhere. When the weather is hot, look in the shady places where you may find them resting. When the weather is colder, you may find them under open grassy plains soaked by the warm rays of the sun. Many animals are colored and shaded to blend into the environment. This is true of both predators and their prey, so you must pay attention and look carefully. The lion is colored like yellow grass where they hide to hunt. Now crocodiles look like submerged blockheads.
Jumbo, everyone, and welcome
Jumbo.
to Kilimanjaro Safaris. In order to keep your wait time to a minimum, we ask that you please keep your group together, keep up with the party in front of you, and fill in all the available space. It is not necessary to form a single file line. If you are traveling with a stroller, please have children and animals unloaded before you reach our stroller parking area. If you are traveling with someone in a scooter or wheelchair, please have this person lead your party through your home. This will help keep your wait time to a minimum. Once again, please keep your group together, keep up with the party in front of you, and fill in all the available space. Thank you for touring the Kilimanjaro. When it comes to safaris, we go wild.
Stop. Better yet, try to enjoy your safari with your own eyes and with the family and friends who are on the safari with you. As you pass by the soft pavilion near the hippo reserve,
I do
you may
plan to
notice
enjoy this
some
with
of
my
our
family
more
and
adventurous
friends.
guests exploring
Everyone on the chat. That's
This is just one part of Hernandez Black agriculture. It is a habitat island. The rehab of bushwalk, there's a soft riverbed that gives you easy
You want massive
in their natural habitats. Halfway through is
Amazing cold and crisp.
here in this photo. Space on the trip is limited, so be sensitive.
Is that a little tortoise? It's a tortoise. Dad! Tortoise. Looks like my brother. But I saw a tortoise on TV before.
Yeah, that's the same as the next.
Tortoise is moving. Slow and steady.
Daddy, can you give me the blue cooler for me?
I can make that easier. I usually try to avoid getting people on as much as possible, unless if you want to be on there. It's just missing the noodles.
Hey, Eli, what did you say? What did I do to you're also doing
Jumbo, everyone.
Jumbo.
And welcome to Kilimanjaro Safaris. In order to keep your wait time to a minimum, we ask that you please keep your group together, keep up with the party in front of you, and fill in all the available space. It is not necessary to form a single file line. If you are traveling with a stroller, please have children and valuables unloaded before you reach our stroller parking area. If you are traveling with someone in a scooter or wheelchair, please have this person lead your party through the line. This will help keep your wait time to a minimum. Once again, please keep your group together, keep up with the party in front of you, and fill in all the available space. Thank you for touring with Kilimanjaro. When it comes to safaris, we go wild.
Your own page, or do you do it with somebody?
No, it's my page. Yeah, it's my streamer name is ReamerStreamer. But yeah, it's just for me and just to have fun.
Grab that straw. There's a phone in it, so if you want to grab
And
it.
as we stay here in Harare, having
I'll take your stroller, guys. Thank you.
Ciao everyone. We are almost ready to board you on our safari vehicle.
I love the headband. Pluto's
awesome.
Eli picked out the.
Before you actually enter
That's
the
great.
area,
We went to
please locate the nearest trash bin and discard any unfinished
Nice.
food or
Like
drinks.
loose.
If someone
Yeah, he
in your
pointed
party
out
is traveling with
the
a
two kids.
mobility device,
Oh, he did?
please line up
put it
behind
on
that person.
Nice.
Allowing them to
When I
I put my hand in
you know what character I'm gonna do?
Huh.
immediately
Donald?
as you approach the loading
Nice. He's my son's favorite too.
I put my hand in Pluto's mouth.
Did you have to do that? That was
Zone
kind
1
of
is where you would stand just before
I
you
didn't
board
even
your
see.
vehicle. Zone 2 is immediately behind it. As you move out into Zone 2, please note the 4 circles and the feet in each row of the zone. Each row can comfortably seat 4 adults. Children may be seated next to or on the lap of their parents or accompanying adults as the group ahead of you holds the safari. But in order to board the vehicle the truck for your safari on the shore. For your own safety, always remain seated during your safari as the group can be left and right, and keep your arms, hands, legs, and feet inside the vehicle at all times. Most importantly,
Oh, they're far away, buddy. They
keep your
can't
eyes
get to you.
on
You'll
your
just look at
children.
them.
Securely
And
store
lions
any
are lazy
personal
during the day.
items.
They're going to be laying
If
down
you
and
are
doing
in night
nothing.
safari, don't forget to turn off the flash on your camera or
How many here?
once again, have a wonderful safari, and as we stay here in Colombia, have a lovely
I think we're
Careful, buddy.
I always think that
party in front of you and fill in all the available space. It is not necessary to form a single file line. If you are traveling with children, please have children and animals unloaded before you reach our stroller park area. If you are traveling with someone in a scooter or wheelchair, please have this person lead your party to the line. This will help keep your one again. Keep your group together to keep up with the party in front of you and fill in all the things. Thank you for touring Kilimanjaro. When it comes to safaris, we go wild. For us to be aggravated by this connection, expect your mothers to your life. Once aboard your safari transport, please place your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside, and remember to
All right. All right, Chad, if you see any poaching or any evidence of poaching, call it out. We'll report it to the nearest ranger.
Ciao everyone, and welcome to our safari. Your travel is individual, a stroller, wheelchair, or scooter. Please have us individually feature for you.
Thank you.
So keep your wait time to a minimum. Your estimated wait time is 15 minutes. Kilimanjaro, because when it comes to safaris, we go wild. And remember to watch your children. Your transport will be arriving shortly. Aside enjoy your adventure at Kilimanjaro Safari. Bienvenidos a Kilimanjaro Safari. Para seguridad, permanezcan sentados y mantengan las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del vehículo. Y cuiden a sus niños. Gracias. Jumbo everyone, and welcome to Kilimanjaro Safaris. Before you begin your trip, you should know that the unpaved roads of the Harambe Wildlife Reserve pass through rough and rugged terrain. You may experience bumps and some detours on your safari adventure. To ensure a safe and pleasant trip, you should be in good health and free from high blood pressure, heart, back or neck problems, motion sickness, or other conditions aggravated by this adventure. Expect your mother's decision on life. Once aboard the safari transport,
Right on.
If you're on the right hand side, please watch your hands, arms, feet, and legs. You're starting to slide shut. Asante Sana, word in Asante Sana means thank you, Harambe. Another word we like to say is Tuende, which means let's go. Woo! Hello everyone, my name is Becca. I'll be your safari guide on today's trip around the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. A few safety reminders. Please remain seated. Keep all hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the vehicle at all times. And if you guys do look above your heads today, you'll see a wildlife spotting guide showing you pictures of a lot of the animals we could see out there. Not a guarantee we'll see all of them, but hopefully we see as many as possible as we do head on out there today. This is a photo safari, so feel free to take pictures while we are out there. Just know that I cannot stop for every single animal. So if there's any animals you're really wanting a picture of, I do suggest having your phones and cameras out and ready on a fast shutter speed or a sport mode. I also cannot make any stops for any dropped items. So if you have any personal belongings you'd like to hold on to for the rest of the day, do hold on to them tightly. But this first part of the reserve that we're entering will be the Little Aturi Forest. Keyword being forest. There's going to be a lot of trees, a lot of bushes, sometimes making it a little difficult to cross. Out to the right is an okapi. Okapis, they have black and white stripes on their legs. A lot of people think that because of those stripes they're related to zebra, and they're more closely related to the giraffe based on their skeletal structure and prehensile tongue. To the left, a little hard to see, there are 2 saddle-billed storks hanging out behind the bushes back there. Saddle-billed storks are a black and white bird with a yellow saddle shape on their beak. Their wingspan can reach 6 to 8 feet in width, which is the same width as the awning above our heads today. To the left here, that's a bongo. Bongos are reddish brown in color. Both male and female bongos have horns that they use to get through thick bushes. And bongos, they're also often referred to as the ghosts of the forest, as they are shy and great at hiding. And we're gonna head around the corner here. It looks like hanging out up on the cliff there is a black rhino. So let's head down and get a better look. It's gonna be out to our left as we head down there. So we'll try to get a view. There's another one out here kind of hiding out behind the trees and rocks to the left as well. Black rhinos, they can reach 3,000 pounds. They can run at 30 miles per hour, and they are gonna have a prehensile upper lip. Prehensile meaning finger-like. It is pointy and does help them grab things. But if you look to the right, kind of hiding out in the bushes here are a few greater kudus. Greater kudus are tan in color. Male greater kudus will have horns, and females will not. So we do know that these are female greater kudu out to our right. Well, let's see if we can find that black rhino again. They move pretty fast. We're going to keep on moving here though. You may notice that there's a lot of bamboo in the forest. Bamboo is a very fast growing plant, growing a lot faster than trees. Making bamboo products a great alternative to paper products. They're very easy to make at high quantities, very easy to recycle, and they do help out with habitat destruction here in the forest for these animals. We're going to go ahead and exit the Little Etruria Forest now. Just about to head on out into the Sapi River. And now the Sapi River is home to some aquatic animals such as the Nile crocodile and the Nile hippopotamus. But out to our right, we'll see some pink-backed pelicans. And now pink-backed pelicans are the light gray birds with long beaks. They get their pink coloration during mating season. They've got a similar wingspan to that of the saddle-billed storks of about 6 to 8 feet in width. There's also a hippo kind of tucked away in that back right-hand corner. A little hard to see, so we're going to find some more hippos, hopefully a little easier to see. A group of hippos, they are called a bloat, and an adult hippo can reach 5,500 pounds, so full grown. And here to our left is a bloat. Hippos, they can hold their breath for several minutes at a time, so they are often found underwater. That is where they spend most of their day. They're able to take short naps underwater, which is pretty cool. And they'll come up for air when they need it. And now hippos, they do have hairless skin because their skin has no hair. They're going to stay in the water most of the day, keeping their skin as hydrated as possible. They're going to come out at night to find food. It does look like there's a few more hippos kind of hanging out by the waterfall tucked away in that left-hand corner up against the cliff. Well, let's head over the bridge here because to the left now are some Nile crocodile. Nile crocodile can reach 16 feet in length and about 500 pounds. Mother and father Nile crocodile will often roll their eggs in their mouths to help their babies hatch. Savannah. Now the savannah is going to be home to some well-known animals such as the lion, the cheetah, the giraffe, the elephant. As a reminder, it is not a guarantee that we see all these animals, but hopefully we see as many as possible as we do head on out there today. Coming up on our right, we are going to see a baobab tree. Baobab trees are going to remain leafless for about 9 months of the year. They hold their water in their trunk, and animals will often puncture the trunk of the tree to get to the water inside, especially on hot days, which is why they could also be known as the tree of life. we're going to start to head on down the hill here. As we do so, there may be a variety of different animals roaming around out there. I'm going to mention the ones closest to us first. The ones out in the distance I will mention as we do get closer. Now we'll be getting close to some pretty cool animals out there in just a few moments. Really far out into the distance to the right, you might start to see those giraffes. We will be getting closer to them, so we'll head this way for now. But the giraffes we'll see out there are Maasai giraffes, and Maasai giraffes are going to have rough jagged patches. That's how we know that they are the Maasai giraffe over any other giraffe species. Also, no two giraffes will ever have the same patch pattern. Kind of like our fingerprints, it's how they tell themselves apart. Now coming up on our left is going to be a den, so we're going to take a quick peek over here where you might see those African painted dogs. African painted dogs are going to have 4 toes per paw. They have a great success rate at hunting as they do hunt in packs and run their prey to exhaustion. To the left, tucked away behind the trees here are some sable antelope. Sable antelope, they've got slender, slicked back horns on the top of their head, and those horns help them fend off predators from jumping on their back. Predators such as lions, cheetahs, and those African painted dogs we just saw. We're going to go ahead and pass by these termite mounds now, and termite mounds are hard in structure made of dung and saliva. Animals will often use these mounds as scratching posts out in their reserve, and as mounds deteriorate, smaller antelope will use them as lookout points across the savanna. You may start to see those giraffes a little bit closer now. There is a baby giraffe out there, so we'll be able to get pretty lucky today seeing that giraffe. If you look up at the top of their heads, though, they've got these things called ossicones. Those are those things that look like horns. They're not actually horns, though. It's part of their skeleton. They're not going anywhere. Both them and male okapis, they do have ossicones. That's why they are related based on their skeletal structure. Another similarity between the giraffe and the okapi is their prehensile tongue. Prehensile meaning finger-like. It is long and does help them grab things, and a giraffe's prehensile tongue can reach about 18 inches long. That's the same length as an adult's forearm. But out to the left, like I said, we'll see these giraffes. Giraffes are the tallest animal in the world. They can reach 16 to 20 feet tall when full grown. Baby giraffe and firstborn are about 6 feet tall, so even they are taller than I will ever be. And a group of giraffes, they are called a tower, as they tower over the rest of the savanna. Around the corner, though, out to the right, we'll see some wildebeest. Wildebeest are social creatures. About 1.5 million wildebeest will migrate about 500 to 1,000 miles annually. And wildebeest, they can also be called the gnu, spelled GNU, and it replicates the sound that they make. It looks like coming up on our left here, I am starting to see some springbok. Springbok are going to be small, brightly colored antelope. They can jump 6 to 8 feet straight into the air and 13 feet far in front of themselves. To put that into perspective, that is straight through this truck. Now, when they do jump, it is called cronking. They kind of hop up and down on all fours. They do look like springs, and that is how they get their name. There are going to be a few more springbok out to our right as we head this way as well. But we will be entering elephant territory here, so fingers crossed we see an elephant out there. Before we do, we have to pass through all these rocks and broken down trees. So we're going to go pretty slowly, pretty carefully. We do want to make it there safely. But all these broken down trees are a wonderful sign that the elephants have been here, as elephants are considered bulldozers. That means they knock trees down to get to the leaves up at the top of the trees. So that's what we're seeing here, is all these trees they knocked down and left behind. I'm not seeing an elephant just yet, but elephant territory is pretty big, so we have tons of chances to see some elephants here as we head through. Elephants, they are social creatures. Mother and children elephants will remain in large herds, whereas males mature, they go off into isolation or form small bachelor herds. There's that elephant out to the right. Something interesting that researchers have found over at Disney's Animal Kingdom is that elephants are afraid of the sound of bees. Farmers in Kenya have implemented this research by incorporating beehives to surround their crops. This helps out the farmers because elephants are no longer eating or destroying their crops. They also get an additional cash crop of honey. It also helps out those elephants because farmers can get territorial over their crops. So it's a win-win scenario for everyone, and it goes to show that if you donate to the Disney Conservation Fund, whether that's over in the parks or a line at home, those funds don't go to waste. They go directly to helping these wonderful, beautiful animals we're seeing today. Down the hill, we're coming up on the red clay pits, and red clay is very high in minerals. Animals will often eat the red clay to get to the minerals inside, similar to the way that we eat our vitamins every day, gives them nutrients and helps them survive. Now we're going to be hanging out here for just a few moments. Sounds like there might have been an animal in the road up ahead, so we're going to wait for that animal to safely get out of the road before we proceed. But it looks like those trucks are moving. So we won't be holding for long, and we'll keep on moving now. You might start to see a few more of those elephants out to the left, so we'll hopefully get a little bit of a better view. Elephants, they use dirt and mud as a form of natural sunblock, cooling them down and protecting their skin from the harsh rays of the sun. Another way that they do cool themselves down is by flapping their ears back and forth. Their ears contain blood vessels, so by doing so, they're able to regulate their body temperature, decreasing it pretty significantly, which is very helpful and very, very useful, especially on hot days. There is a baby elephant hanging out just by that rock and that little dirt pile, so we'll head down to get a better look in a moment. Coming up on our right, though, we will see some more of these baobab trees, which, as a reminder, are also called the tree of life. Another name that they could be called is the upside down tree. These without those leaves, those branches, they look like roots in the sky. So we'll see those elephants to our left here, but on our right, we're going to see a zebra in a second. A group of zebras, they are called a dazzle. More specifically, the zebras we are going to see today are the Hartman's Mountain Zebra. Now, Hartman's Mountain Zebra, they've got a small flap of skin under their neck called a dewlap that aids in blood circulation and cools them down on hot days. Hartman's Mountain Zebra, the only zebra with that dewlap. So here are those zebras off to our right. Heading through the water here, I am seeing an eland, and I do believe that that's the animal in the road. So
Another elephant behind that baobab tree.
we're kind of waiting for that animal to get out of the road. But once we head down there, we'll see the eels. The greater flamingo. We are going to be holding here just because that eland is in a pretty tough spot to get around right now. But if anybody has any questions, feel free to shout them out. I don't have all the answers, but I would love to try to answer any questions that you may have. What's the difference between an alligator and a crocodile? It's going to be the size of their, the shape of their snout and their teeth, So crocodiles, I believe, are going to have more of a rounded snout, and alligators are going to have, crocodiles are a narrow snout, alligators are a rounded snout. I get them mixed up all the time. I'm really bad at like pointing that one out.
Crocodiles have their teeth on the outside.
Yes, crocodiles' teeth on the outside. Look at you go. You know your animals.
When does the baobab tree get leaves?
They are going to get leaves during monsoon season in Africa. So very, very wet seasons. During dry seasons, they'll lose their leaves. But here to the left are those flamingos. These are the greater flamingos, and the greater flamingos are the largest but the least pink of the flamingo species. They get their pink coloration from their diet, and their diet is going to be brine shrimp, which contains a protein called beta-carotene. Now, when first hatched baby flamingos, they are small, gray, and fluffy. They do not get their full pink coloration until about 2 to 2.5 years of age. And a group of flamingos, they're called a flamboyant. So that's what we see here. To our left are flamboyants of flamingos, but to the right are those elands. Elands are a very tall tan antelope, reaching 6 feet tall at the shoulder and 2,000 pounds. Ooh. We are going to be keeping on moving though, just about to head on through these rocks and into rhino territory. So fingers crossed we see some rhinos out there today. Similarly to the elephants or rhinos, they use dirt and mud as a form of natural sunblock, cooling them down and protecting their skin from the harsh rays of the sun. But coming up on our left, we are going to see a pretty fresh mud wallow. Good sign that the rhinos have been here, and lucky for us, they still are. These are the white rhinos. White rhinos can reach 5,000 pounds. They can run at 35 miles per hour, and they are going to have a wide, flat upper lip, which they use to graze on grass. To the right are some ostrich. And now ostrich are the fastest animal on 2 legs. They can reach 40 miles per hour. They cannot fly, but they'll use their wings to change direction, so while running at fast speeds. As for these rhinos here, they are often poached for their horns. Their horns are believed to have a medicinal benefit to us, when in all reality they do not. Their horns are made out of keratin. That's the same thing that makes up our hair and fingernails, so their horns give us no medicinal benefit. A little farther down this way to the left, though, are some cheetahs up on the hill there. Cheetahs are the fastest animal on land. They can 60 miles per hour in about 3 seconds. They can't win speed for very long, like about 1 to 2 football fields in length, but they can definitely reach it pretty quickly. And they've got black spots of fur underneath both their eyes. Those black spots of fur do help absorb the sunlight, acting like little pairs of sunglasses, protecting their eyes from the harsh rays of the sun. And now cheetahs, they are day hunters, and during the day the sun gets pretty bright, so those are very helpful for them and very, very useful. We're going to head down towards the Kopi Rocks now. And the Kopi Rocks are a rock formation used by animals to get a good lookout point across the savannah. So let's head around these rocks together, keeping our fingers crossed that we get pretty lucky and see some animals hanging out. Real quickly here to the right. A little hard to see, but over this hill there is a water buck hanging out in the bushes back there. Water bucks are often found by the water, hence their name. They're going to have secretion on their coat themselves to remain water resistant. Not only secretion not only makes them water resistant, but a little shiny, a little smelly, and that smell helps deter predators such as the lions. I will see to our left.
Lioness laying on the around.
Lions, like the cats you may have at home, will rest
Big
for
one
about
up close.
16 to 20 hours a
Big
day.
lion.
They save their energy to hunt at night, and they have their best eyesight or vision. And a lion's roar can be heard about 5 miles away. That's how they communicate across the wide open savannah. There's a female lion up there as well.
Wait.
She's the tallest girl.
They don't attack the other animals,
What was that?
the cheetahs and the lions. They don't attack.
They do not. There's specific structures in place here on the reserve that keeps all the animals safe. So you'll see a lot of these broken down trees. They're strategically placed just for these animals. But to the left are some burrows. And we're going to keep an eye out for any animals hanging around the burrows. I don't see any just yet, so let's keep on moving. One animal that will use these burrows are the warthogs. They'll back into their burrows, keeping their heads out front, protecting them from predator predators, and they'll use their tusks as a defense mechanism. But as we head this way, if you look out to the right on the ground is a clutch of ostrich eggs. A single ostrich egg is going to weigh about 3 pounds. That's the same weight as about 2 dozen regular eggs. They're also pretty sturdy. They can withstand the weight of an adult ostrich standing on top of them. That does come in handy when your parents are ostrich. An adult male ostrich can weigh almost 300 pounds. We're going to head on over the bridge here. As we head over this bridge, we are exiting the savannah and heading on into the Magadi Glen. And now the Magadi Glen is home to the warden's post here on the reserve. The warden likes to raise some Nigerian dwarf goats that we'll see here to our left. These goats are full grown. They won't get any bigger than this, and they do produce a sweet milk which can be used for dairy products and soap making. If you would like a closer look at some Nigerian dwarf goats, you can take a short train ride over to Rafiki's Planet Watch, where they have the affection section. At the affection section, you can brush and pet some animals, including some Nigerian dwarf goats, some sheep, and some pigs. But for now, we are going to head on through this final gate, and our safari together is coming to a close today. Hope you all have enjoyed the fun and cool animals we've seen. Animals such as the lion, the rhino, the hippo, and the giraffe here at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Our goal is to help inform guests of conservation efforts that have and can be taken to help save animals around the world. The one thing you can do at home is recycle your electronics such as your phone, tablet, and computers. These electronics have a mineral called coltan in them, and coltan is a highly recyclable mineral that is mined for in Africa. And all the mining efforts to get to this mineral does cause some habitat destruction for animals. So if at all possible, recycling your electronics can help save the lives and homes of animals such as the elephants we saw today. We're going to head on through the water. As we do so, we're approaching our unloading dock. So please bring together all of your belongings. This includes your phone, your keys, your wallet, your bags, and your purses. Anything that you brought with you onto the truck, please take with you off of the truck. And if I have any wilderness explorers on board, this is the symbol 1. I repeat, this is the symbol 1. That's the SIMBA and the number 1. If you guys enjoyed the safari today, my name is Becca. I am from Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. But it looks like our dock is wide open, so let's head on up there. Now here in Harambe, we don't like to say goodbye. That's far too sad and far too final. Instead, we say Kwaherini, which means to go well. So as we begin to approach this dock and you start to gather all of your belongings, Kwaherini friends, go well, go wild. Have an amazing rest of your day here at Disney's Animal Kingdom. If you're on the right-hand side, please watch your hands, arms, feet, and legs. Doors are going to slide open. Watch your step as you exit. And Kwaherini, everyone, go well, go wild. Have a good day out there.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you, Becca.
Yeah, of course.
The gorillas today?
Not out here. They're on the other side.
Got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know if
All right, that was the safari ride. Post in the chat what your favorite animal was on that ride. Mine's probably the painted dogs. They're amazing. It's the first time I've ever seen them out of their den, which is pretty cool. We're gonna take this trail. Oops, sorry. Yeah, that was good call out, Mandy. That was probably the best safari ride I've taken. A lot of close animals. There's so many that were out this morning. This is a good heads up. You do come to Animal Kingdom early in the morning is the best chance to see animals. Just because in Florida, it can get too hot. And once it gets hot, they tend to find shade or go back into the covers to take care of themselves.